asị na mgbe anyị mechara n'obodo a na-ala obodo ekwensu bụ uzu ga na-ama jijiji ndị iro ga-anọ n'ọsọ ndị ọjọọ ga-anọ n'ọsọ ndị na-agwọ nsị ga-anọ n'ọsọ ndị okwu asị ga-anọ n'ọsọ eziokwu Chineke ga-apụta ihe onye anyị ka a na-arịọ ugbu a na ruo mgbe niile ebido
Thank you so much for joining on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you are joining me from any part of the world, I really do appreciate you. Please, each time you watch my video, try to share the video to your friends and relatives. Share the video in any platform you can lay your hand on. Share the video and also try to subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. Remember, I bring you information on things that are happening in Nigeria, a way forward. How are we going to be able to succeed and survive in that contraption called Nigeria? As you all know, Nigeria is a failed state. There is no nation called Nigeria. All we know is a failed state called Nigeria, and it's not going to stand. We all have to speak up for our freedom. It is time for the indigenous people of that very country to free themselves. Every indigenous tribe in that contraption called Nigeria is under siege, and we cannot allow that to happen. That is why we are shouting and speaking up every day. When you get the video, share it to people who need to see it. You never can tell who will come across the video and come to our aid. We have to share the video and spread the message more so that when we begin to take action, they won't say that we didn't want them or we didn't tell them. A lot is going on. A lot is going on. As you all know, the insecurity in Nigeria is increasing every day. And it's not going to get better any soon. The insecurity is not going to get better any soon. It is not going to get better because the government are the one who made up the insecurity. The insecurity you are seeing in Nigeria is artificially made by the federal government of Nigeria. They are the ones sponsoring the insecurity in Nigeria. They imported killers from all parts of the world to come into that country and begin to take the lives of indigenous people. They steal land from the indigenous people and give to the terrorists that they have invited from all corners of the world. The Fulani terrorists that they have invited. They invited them and they never denied it. Even on national television, they claim that they are the one that invited these killers. The killers come to Nigeria and they are killing the indigenous people of that very country, taking their lives. They go to a village, they wipe out the village, and they rename the village. And what happened? After renaming the village, the federal government will not go to chase them out. Instead, the federal government will take the people and put them in IDP camp. That is why a lot of Nigerians are refugees in their own country, living in IDP camp, living in IDP camp with nobody to help them. Have you ever asked yourself, those millions of people living in IDP camp, where did they go out from? Which villages were there before? All those villages where those people in the IDP camp were before has been occupied by the Fulanese. They have been occupied by the Fulanese that were brought in from other countries. And those are the people who they have renamed today as bandits. They are also the members of Boko Haram. When you are hearing that all the terrorist groups did not have united together, all these people have come in together. Both the Al-Qaeda in Maghreb, the Boko Haram, so many of them, name them, I can't even remember most of their names. They have now come together in the northern part of Nigeria and overtake everywhere. All the cities and all the villages where they have killed and ransacked, they have taken over. In Borno State, as we speak now, they have appointed a governor in Borno State. But have you asked yourself, why is it that the government of Nigeria is not worried about Boko Haram appointing a governor in Borno State? Even the Borno State governor have not come to make any speech about this. They are playing it low. Instead, they come out to warn the media not to be presenting any information that has to do with the terrorists or the Boko Haram. And you are still there looking as if you don't know what is happening. In a country where the NBC broadcasting, the people who are in charge of the broadcasting corporation have come out to announce that no media house should report any incident that has to do with the terrorism in Nigeria. Where have you ever heard that? Where have you ever heard such a thing? When we say that the government of Mohammadu Buhari is a terrorist government and promoting terrorism, some people think it's a joke. It is happening before your own very eyes. This is a country where people will come in a national television and begin to tell you that a freedom fighter is worse than a terrorist. a renowned terrorist, world terrorist, renowned terrorist in the world. Somebody will come in a national television and begin to defend them and tell you that these people are much more better than a freedom fighter. A freedom fighter who has branches all over the world, protesting openly all over the world, going anywhere. Only in Nigeria, they tag them terrorists. And in Nigeria, they say that they prefer the terrorists. They prefer to pamper the terrorists. They prefer to free the terrorists instead of these very people. Have you ever asked yourself why? As we are speaking, it is no longer new. It is news everywhere that the government of Nigeria, even in the insecurity that we are talking about, they have freed 1,009 Boko Haram members. They call them repentant Boko Haram members. Where did you see repentant Boko Haram members? In which country, which nation? They call them repentant Boko Haram members. 1,009 people released in the serious insecurity that Nigeria is facing. And they are busy in the southern part of Nigeria attacking the freedom fighters in the southern part of Nigeria, pursuing them to kill them, assassinate them by all means possible. That is the only way they have their mission. In the southern part of Nigeria, that is where their military is working. They are chasing after Igboho. Igboho has not killed anybody. There has never been any record of where Igboho took the life of anybody. He is not threatening anybody. The only thing Igboho is doing is protecting his own people against the Fulani terrorists. That is the only crime Igboho has committed. And they are chasing after Igboho every now and again, trying to kill Igboho by all means possible. And you and I are there, smiling. You that you are a Southerner, you are still smiling, calling yourself a one Nigeria, instead of speaking for what is right, which is a breakup of this contraption, so that we can go our separate ways. You won't. You are still hoping on a better Nigeria. You see people throwing party, throwing money around, shamelessly in different angles, different places. Sometimes when I see things that are happening on the media, what the people from the southern part of Nigeria, more especially the people from the Igbo land, are doing in this critical period in time, you'll be wondering, are these people really living in this planet? Go to social media, you see where they are celebrating, throwing money around. In their midst, you will see a security officer, somebody who has been killing their brother, Abakiyara of all people, appeared in the program where they are throwing money and doing all sort of celebration. There is nothing wrong in giving your mother a befitting burial. But when it's outdone to a foolish level, we have to call it out. People go there and begin to expose themselves, throwing money around. Meanwhile, tomorrow, when they come after you and begin to kill you, when the EFCC come after you, you begin to cry. Meanwhile, you expose yourself. You expose yourself to danger. This is how stupid we have become in the southern part of Nigeria, more especially the southeastern part of Nigeria. Even at the critical time, when you know that these Fulani Jihad are after you, they want to kill as many people as they, and now as we are speaking, they are targeting the prominent men. You, a young man who is coming up, you are now going to show yourself off in their presence. Meanwhile, their chief murderer, their chief killer is in your midst there, watching all of you, getting all information and keeping the datas. Tomorrow, when they come after you, you blame the unknown gunmen. Unknown gunmen that you and I know that unknown gunmen were being planted by the federal government of Nigeria to exterminate people and terminate people in that very part of Nigeria, in the southeastern part of Nigeria. They introduced the unknown gunmen to kill our prominent people. Where did you get the unknown gunmen from? Unknown soldier, unknown anything you have to hear is from Nigerian government. They are the one that planted it. And it has been proven in so many cases. And you see people, they still pretend as if they don't know what is happening. They play into this, the hand of this Fulani Jihad. And when you are dead, you blame people instead of blaming yourself. It is sad. It is sad that a country where people are coming on national television to defend evil. Watch this video. Maybe you think I'm joking.
But listen, the difference between Boko Haram and IPOB.
Yes.
Boko Haram, the members don't live amongst us. The members are in Sambisa. They are not in the open. IPOB and Masob are there, known. Leader of Masob is there. He comes out every day and speaks. Yeah, what I'm saying, he's known, he's there, but listen,
he has not broken any law.
Yeah, but no.
Yes.
But he agitates of self-independence of Biafra.
Not violent.
Well, exactly.
Not violent.
I know, but then, so you can't eat your cake and have it. If you don't believe in Nigeria, then you have no right to want to lead Nigeria.
You can see somebody trying to compare IPOB with Boko Haram. It is only somebody who is mentally derailed, somebody who is mad, somebody who has an evil intention, somebody who is devil incarnate that will make such kind of comparison. Comparing IPOB with terrorists. Only somebody who is devilish, a devil incarnate, can do that. No normal person can make such comparison. But somebody is making such comparison in national television and people are watching. And nobody said anything. Meanwhile, Gumi is going along with bandits every blessed day, making case for bandits on national television. Nobody, even from the southern part of Nigeria, nobody is challenging him. Nobody is making any case. They are all silent, folding their hands. Those so-called elites and politicians, they're just watching. It's coming to your doorstep. All of you are going to pay dearly. They have put together the unknown government, and they think it's a joke. The federal government is going to use it against all of you that are keeping quiet, and you all will pay dearly for what you have done to your people. It is come to your doorstep. Don't think it's over. It's not getting any better soon. When it started, people thought it was a joke. They thought it was a joke. Even when the insecurity started, when Mazi started crying about this insecurity, you could remember when Mazi cried about it on behalf of Nigeria. He was protesting for Nigeria. Protesting on behalf of Nigeria, that Nigeria should tackle the insecurity before it's spread wide. Maybe you have forgotten. Watch the video.
My name is Nnamdi. The reason why we're here today is to protest the killing of innocent women and children and men all over Nigeria, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. We are not happy. We are not pleased with what is happening, and that is why we're here today. As you can see, there are a lot of Nigerians who are protesting about the killing of families, people who are determined to tear the country apart violently, and it is not something that we support. It is not something that we would like to see continue, and we are here today to send a clear message to the Nigerian government through the High Commissioner that what is happening in the country is unacceptable and we cannot accept it. If that continues, it will lead to the violent situation of the country. There will be no more Nigeria for anyone to go to. There will be no Nigeria for anyone to refer to. In fact, what is happening in Somalia today will be like a tea party. So we cannot allow this nonsense to continue. Something has to be done. And the consequences of the actions of terrorism in Nigeria must be driven home to the people, so that even the terrorists themselves will be able to understand that there is no mileage in their government. The only thing they can accomplish is the breakup of Nigeria. If they think that they can cower people, if they think they can force people to be coerced into a religion which is not theirs, then they are clearly mistaken. We are asking for peace. We are asking for people to get together. We are asking for everybody who loves Nigeria, who is associated with that country, to please prevail upon terrorism in Nigeria so we can bring it to an end. That is why a multitude of Nigerians are gathered here today. Those of us in the UK are determined to work with the government for peace. We are determined to work with the international community for peace. But one thing we cannot stomach is a repeat of 1966. What is happening today in Nigeria was the reason why Nigeria fought a bitter civil war for 3 years between 1967 and 1970. If this continues, there will be another civil war in Nigeria. And this time around, no place will be safe in Nigeria. This time around, nobody will be safe in Nigeria. So it is imperative that everybody who has the interests of the country at heart acts now and immediately to stop this nonsense from continuing.
Mazi Kanu fought for Nigeria, but Nigeria being what is it, because Nigeria was not structured to succeed. Since it was handed into the hand of the Janjaweed, they can never do anything. They didn't do anything. The north was ravaged. The insecurity spread from the north, kidnapping upon kidnapping, until now, the place we are. It is not going to get better any soon. I want you to watch an interview that was granted to Obi Ezekwesili in CNN. Maybe you can hear and get some information from that. Watch the interview.
Look, these numbers are harrowing, and you know, when we see these kidnap for ransom scenarios playing out, it's happening more and more, and it's been exacerbated perhaps by the pandemic. But as a former education minister, how do you feel every time you hear these stories coming through, and as someone that was you know, at the epicenter of Bring Back Our Girls and pushing that narrative over that time in Nigeria, this must be so difficult for you to see it increasing over the last few months.
I think that difficult is an understatement, Elena. The reason is that when 7 years ago Chibok girls were abducted, this was my fear. My fear was that if we did not give justice to those school children at that time, it was going to send a wrong signal and was going to basically incentivize that kind of behavior where, savages would clearly go to schools and take children in the hope of negotiating with them. So to see that 7 years after, only the first half of this year, we have had some 2,600 or thereabouts abductions in more than 280 incidents in the country of people, just because abduction has become an industry unto itself, a sign of poor governance. When governance is gone, these things happen.
So this is where it becomes interesting, because you're talking about governance, and when children are kidnapped and there's a ransom attached, what should the government be doing here? Because we know that if you pay, then it could happen again, but at the same time, you have to do everything in your power to ensure that you get those children back. Yes, we have to fix the issue of there should be no kidnappings, but if it does happen, and we know that this is the cycle that we're in right now, what should the reaction be here?
So there are no easy answers, which is why when a menace, a phenomenon that is clearly abhorrent happens in a society, there is absolutely no excuse for the leaders to dilly-dally on how to make sure that they would take preventive actions. Because if you allow things to fester, then it becomes more difficult. So in effect, what you have to still go back to is the necessity for the institutions of the state to function well. The matter of having to negotiate to get children out could have been something that was in the early days of this abduction, and then to immediately fix every loophole that made it possible for a gang of people to be comfortable enough to think that they can bear the systems of security in our country. It really tells a lot of the level of poor performance of the systems of security.
Let's talk about leadership here, because leadership here has been fascinating, because I was in Nigeria, literally when Chibok happened, and President Goodluck Jonathan at the time, it was felt by the international community, the question was he doing enough? Then Mohammadu Buhari promised to eradicate Boko Haram and to eradicate terrorism. And here we're sitting in a situation where the numbers are absolutely harrowing. What do you think needs to be done? Are we talking about soldiers on the ground in Kaduna where they're protecting schools and protecting children? How do we ensure that this doesn't happen so we're not in a kidnap for ransom scenario constantly?
So there was an initiative known as the Safe School Initiative, which was well designed to tackle this menace. But that was not taken seriously, and therefore it fell through. And so today you see, schools that are in the line of the activities of criminal gangs, of headsmen that are criminal, you see Boko Haram terrorists, schools that are within their line of operations, totally unguarded. How can you have that kind of governance? And then the second thing you said about leadership is that, you see, our political process is so broken that we keep on electing leaders who really do not care that much about providing good governance, and also lack the competency as well as the capacity to do so. And therefore, we must, as citizens, now take more interest in the way that we're governed. In the past, citizens thought that it was just a few people's business. Today, it is clear to all of us that fixing governance, fixing our politics is the business of every Nigerian.
I don't have much time left. Would you go back into government? Would you go back into the political world? Very quickly.
am now training the future leaders of the country. Only God knows what the future holds. But I do think that one person cannot save the situation. We need many new leaders that are ethical, that are competent, and that are capable to fix our country from the bottom to the top.
I wish you luck. Thank you for your efforts. Much appreciated for your time and your insight.
You can see, it is not going to get better any soon. It will get worse. And the earlier all these so-called elites, it doesn't matter whom you are, it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter. So long you're from the southern part of Nigeria, if you do not begin to speak up about the breakup, maybe you will not be alive to see the breakup happen. If you're from the southern part of Nigeria and you're not speaking about breakup, maybe you will not be alive to hear it happen. Maybe you are going to be hearing the national anthem of ODUDUA and national anthem of Biafra from your grave. The time is now. The time to set the southern part of Nigeria free is now. Biafra has gone already. It doesn't matter what the elite in the southeastern part of Nigeria are doing. Biafrans are going home. They are going home with Mazi and Kanu in the front, lifting the flag. With Mazi and Kanu in the front, lifting the flag. It doesn't matter how they hold him. Mazi and Kanu is going to come out stronger than ever. Stronger and fearful than ever. Just wait for it. Very, very soon. He's coming. Very, very soon. Let them continue to play their games. We are in it with them. May Chukwu Abiyama continue to protect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May Chukwu Abiyama continue to protect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Give him more good health. Give him more strength. Strengthen him more and more wherever he is. Very soon he will join us. May Chukwu Abiyama protect Sunday Igboho. Protect everyone that is fighting for freedom in that very contraction called Nigeria. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from. And remember blessed. Bye bye. See you again on the next video.